Sunday morning, time for some poker. Horseshoe Casino, 1-3 no limit. Let's go. What's up, guys? It's me, Tony G, coming to you from Horseshoe Casino, Baltimore. This is episode 108 of my poker vlog. In this episode, we're here to play some cash. Needed a distraction. We've recently had a loss in the family, and is an immediate family member, and wasn't going to sit at home all day by myself on this Sunday, so I decided to come down and play some poker. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Before we get into the episode, do me a favor. If this is your first time here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It helps the channel out a lot, and it helps me out. And if you're not new here, I appreciate you guys coming back. Thank you for the support. Let's get into the episode. All right, just got on the list for 1-3. They're getting ready to start a game in 10 minutes. Let's go get our buy-in and let's go make some money. Okay, and one of the first hands we get into, we have the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Clubs in the cutoff. Gets to me and I make it $12 to go, and we are heads up to the flop, which is Queen, King, 6, Rainbow. That's right, folks, flopping sets. He checks it to me and I check it around, and the turn is the 5 of diamonds. I didn't want to show my hand strength, so I checked it. He bets 15 and I'm in raise to 30. And after he gets the call from the dealer, he calls the 30. The river is a 10 of clubs. He checks it to me and I throw in a bet of $55 hoping he calls. And sure enough, he does call. And I flip my hand over and show him the bad news that I got a set of queens. And he shakes his head and mucks his cards face down, take down the first pot we get into. Just a quick lay down hand here. I have 10s. I'm in the under the gun position. It gets to me after a $6 straddle. I make it 16. I get 3 other people to call. I'm feeling pretty good with a decent overpair. And the flop is terrible. It's Ace, King, 2, Rainbow. Obviously, I can't do anything besides check it if it checks to me. And it doesn't. The small blind bet's 25, and I just fold this hand. I'm pissed off about it. Okay, like 2 orbits later, I have 10s again, except this time they're black 10s. We're in the small blind. The under the gun bets $6. The big blind calls and I call, and we are 3 ways to the flop. And once again, we're just flopping sets. The flop is 6, 10, Jack, Rainbow. We've got middle set here. I throw out a bet of $12 being the first to act. The under the gun calls, and the button then tanks and then raises to $35. After he puts out the 35, I think about it for a couple seconds. I'm trying to decide whether he's got 2 jacks in his hand or maybe an overpair that he's raising with, trying to get me off of my set here. But ultimately, I do call the 35, and then the under the gun calls the 35, and we are now 3 ways to the turn. And the turn doesn't help us any more than it would have hurt us probably. It's the 7 of diamonds. After I check and the under the gun goes all in for about 340, I'm obviously folding. The button says call, and they flip over, and the button shows jacks, and the under the gun shows a pair of sixes. Okay, before this hand, I was up and down, and was down a smidge at this point, but not too much. I get aces. I'm in the big blind. There's an $11 straddle, and it gets to me, and I make it $22 to go. Yes, I know it's only a min raise, but that's what I decided to do at the time. And I actually get 3 other people to call, and we go 4 ways to the flop. The flop is awesome for us. It's ace 10 9 rainbow. Got top set. It checks to me, and this time I down bet to $12. I wanted people to think that maybe I caught a 9 or a 10, but not the ace. And I actually get 2 callers, so we're 3 ways to the turn. The turn is a 10 of hearts. That's right, baby. Full houses. Let's go. We now qualify for a high hand. It checks to me, and I actually check it to the button because I didn't want to show the strength of my hand. And the button decides to throw in a bet, and he throws a bet of $50. The small blind, after he gets the count, folds his cards after thinking for a couple seconds, and it obviously gets to me, and I'm not taking that $50. I want him to think that I have a hand, but not a too strong of a hand. So I cut out some chips and raise it up to $100. After he asks for a call, he actually tanks, and the dealer verifies the amount. He starts getting chips out, and then actually just says all in. And after he shoves the chips forward, the dealer counts it out. Obviously, I'm not going anywhere. I snap call, and the river's the 6 of clubs, and I say high hand, and show him the bad news. And
high hand.
He said he had a 10, he had a set, and he loses that hand. We take down a really decent sized pot, and we actually get the high hand for that 20-minute time period, which was $200. All right, mid-session update. As you saw, we had a high hand, and we're doing pretty good. We're up about 300 right now. Let's keep grinding, see if we can grow this stack some more. Okay, this was the first or second hand after I took my break, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments below if I played this right, what I did wrong, and what I could have done better. Okay, so I have the Jack of Hearts, the Ace of Diamonds. I made it a $10 button straddle. It folds around after the small blind raises to 35. And I think about it. I feel like I have a decent hand. And I cut out the chips and call the $35. I throw them on top of my $10. And we are heads up to the flop. And after I see the flop, I didn't feel too bad. The flop is ace, queen, 10, all hearts. I have the Jack of Hearts. I have top pair right now with the Jack of Hearts. It actually checks to the turn. The turn is the 3 of hearts. So I feel like, okay, I got a Jack high flush. Let's see if we can get all this money. And I guess I just brain farted and didn't see that the king was not out there. The small blind bets 75, and I just go all in for about 500 effective. He calls, and the river's the 4 of diamonds doesn't help. And he says, I called, you got to show. So I show him, and he shows King 10 with the King of Hearts, and we lose all our money except for the money we put in our pocket.
Oh, that was rough, that last hand. As you saw, we got it all in good. Had the jack high flush, and the ace and the queen were out on the board. Yeah, I guess I probably should have folded, but anyway, we're leaving with our starting stack, believe it or not. I took my high hand and put it in my pocket along with an extra $100. So at least we're leaving with what we started with, and live on to fight another day. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. And don't forget, it doesn't matter how you're living your life, as long as you're living the felt life.